Crowcoin is officially the third best performing altcoin and crypto asset as a whole since the beginning of the year, as it is making multi-year highs following a huge breakout that we saw last week. Now, it appears as if Crypto.com is looking to keep the ball rolling as they have just announced the new Level Up program, which, according to the Crypto.com CEO, they are expecting this to result in a massive increase in the number of Crow holders globally to the tune of millions of new users. So in today's episode of the Everything Crypto Show, we're going to break down everything you need to know about the Crypto.com Level Up program, what it means for you if you are currently a customer, and how this could translate into a bunch of people buying Crowcoin. Now, before we hop into the content, just a friendly reminder that I am not a financial advisor. I am simply here for your crypto news and entertainment purposes. And if you do find the content informative and entertaining, please consider hitting that sub and like button, and I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for all the support on the channel. Additionally, if you do want to put some Crow in your crypto wallet and get some free rewards for doing so, feel free to use my link in the description down below to get yourself some free money for buying your first bundle of Crow. So we're going to hop right into it, okay? We just saw this news, okay? This is fresh news. Pretty sure I'm the first one to be posting about this on YouTube as of the time of this recording. And Crypto.com announced here, ready to take your wealth to the next level, introducing the revamped Level Up, featuring zero trading fees and benefits across the stocks, cash yield, and Crypto.com Visa cards, now available as a subscription starting at $4.99 per month. So this $4.99 per month, we're going to talk about this for a second because you actually are not forced to pay for a subscription. The alternative to paying a monthly fee is actually to go ahead and lock up or stake your Crow. So if you have already staked your Crow for Crypto.com Visa, you're going to keep your lockup or stake to continue earning Crow rewards, or you can go with the flexible monthly subscription or get extra savings with an annual subscription as well. If you are an existing customer, no action is required from you unless you are looking to actually level up your benefits, in which case you probably will have to either allocate some additional Crow or pay that monthly/yearly subscription fee. So we actually get the full breakdown here on the Crypto.com website. So first of all, they have the Plus program or the Plus Level Up program. This is associated with the Ruby Red card. Okay, so zero trading fees, up to US $20,000 per month, 4.5% cash rewards per annum, 2% back in crypto on your card spend, and a 1.25% stock transfer bonus. Now they have the Pro subscription as well here, so zero trading fees up to $50K per month, 5% per annum on cash, 3% back in crypto, and 2.5% stock transfer bonus. Last but not least, they have the private tier. So this is for the Icy White, the Rose Gold, and the Obsidian Black card as well. So the private tier, again, zero trading fees on unlimited trading volume, 5% yield on cash, 4% back in crypto, 2.5% in stock transfer bonus, and 8.5% in Crow lockup rewards. And then if you go over to the Obsidian Black here, which is the highest tier by far, again, 5% back on cash, 6% back in crypto, 3% stock transfer bonus, and 9.5% on the Crow lockup rewards. So you can actually go ahead and just get more details on that over here. Oh, that's the wrong page. You can actually go ahead and get more details on exactly what this means over here. But effectively, it looks like this is going to be kind of replacing the existing Crow lockup. that they have in place at the moment. So it's a pretty cool way for them to actually just try and introduce additional rewards here that are incentivizing people to not only buy Crow, but to lock it up for a 1-year period. Okay, you can pay a monthly subscription fee, but if you are bullish on crypto.com, if you're bullish on Crow, if you already have Crow in your wallet, odds are that most people are going to opt to do the Crow lockup to get these benefits associated with it, okay? So we saw Crypto.com CEO Chris Marzalek tweet over here, "We are upgrading Level Up today. It is now the best subscription program in the industry, period. All existing Level Up users are upgraded to take advantage of new benefits," and he breaks them all right down over here. And yeah, the big one is full flexibility. If you don't like monthly fees, stake your Crow instead. So, lots of good stuff coming out from Crypto.com and Crow over the past week. Again, very reminiscent of what they did in the previous bull cycle where Crow really didn't do too much for quite a while. And then, yeah, out of nowhere, we just saw Crow absolutely take off as Crypto.com got the naming rights to the Stables Arena. They announced the launch of the Chronos chain as well. And you can see here, after shuffling sideways for pretty much a year while a bunch of other cryptos were taking off, Crow actually took the driver's seat and started to outperform up until the market cycle top. So, if you go back to our previous videos on the channel, we did mention that this was a very possible outcome once again this bull cycle. And something else we were talking about when it comes to Crow is this green demand zone box right here, okay? So if you pay attention to this box, in many of our previous videos, we basically said that once Crow can get above the 20-cent zone and actually print some new bull cycle highs, that is when I think it is going to make a monster run up to the top half of this zone to start. And you can see here, right, if we actually just take a look at the prior price action, we saw Crow try to break above it over here in March of 2021. It was hanging on to that 20-cent level of support, but was unable to really do so. And it wasn't until right over here in October where Crow actually broke out above 20 cents. And then boom, just like that, you see these straight green candles and not even stopping to form any levels of support, just new all-time highs ripping through this area on that run up to its all-time high of 96 cents, okay? And then likewise, or rather kind of inversely, in the bear market year, we saw Crow break below the top half of this range at 37.5 cents. And then, yeah, I mean, just straight red candles to the downside, okay? So Crow, you can actually just see by this chart, it does kind of have this history of, breaking above 20 cents and just ripping to the upside and then breaking out of the top half of this range near 38 cents and just seeing straight red candles to the downside. So if we just zoom in on this bull cycle now and take a look at the price action, you're going to see, it bottomed out at 5 cents here in October of 2023. And then we saw it trying to get above 20 cents here, but it was unable to do so until we saw that massive news last week about basically Donald Trump, Crypto.com, and some associated companies creating a dedicated Crow strategy. So definitely a very warranted breakout over here. If you want more details on that, feel free to check out our previous 2 videos on the channel. And yeah, we just saw Crow rip right up to the top half of this range. Now, it looks as if, following this pullback or during this pullback, that Crow is potentially looking to make some level of support in this box, which it really hasn't done before. We've had some weekly wicks over here, but no candles, really closing in the middle of this range to form some new areas for price action. So I do think that we could potentially just see Crow cool off, which, given the run it's been on, and given that it is one of the best performing alts year to date, I do think that definitely is, a pretty likely outcome. I think it would be healthy for the coin to just digest some of these gains. This thing rallied like 400% from late June. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And really, the one thing I'm looking for when it comes to Crow is now that we are in this box, it's very simple. Okay, we're either looking for Crow, if it wants to continue to the upside, to break above the 37.5 cent level, call it 38 cents. And if we do see some sort of pullback, just looking for it to hold the bottom half of this range at the 20-cent zone. So on that note, let me know in the comments down below what you think about the new Crypto.com level up program. I hope you all enjoyed the content in today's video. I hope you are all staying happy, safe, and healthy, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace out for now.